Hey everybody, it's Jillian. So I want to actually give you this little bit of advice. What led me to talk about cells and training cells, because your body has not been trained to do things on its own. You've inherited predispositions to where you always have to have medical intervention to go in and either vasodilate or vasoconstrict your blood vessels, as well as open and close channels for your hormones. And so what Jilly Juice does, it helps train the biochemistry and your blood vessels to do things on its own with the energy force within the protocol. And so somebody in my group who is trying to deal with eating the food supply without having so much pain, well, she realizes that with the J juice, it's not as hard to digest food and exercise the whole digestive mechanism with the J juice. The Jilly juice really helps with the energy that was missing, and that is actually helps train the body to do things until it's able to do things on its own. Okay. And so I'm trying to figure out at what point do people wean themselves off of J juice to where they only need a little bit of J juice and not as much. Well, until your body and your mind and your spirit is trained enough on its own to exercise and flex its own energy without having to need an intermediary. See, Jilly juice is actually in lieu of the medical holistic system, but it's not antibiotic. What Jilly Juice does, it helps flex the muscles within your cells. And once the muscles within your cells figure out, oh, they can do it on their own because, excuse me, because they have the nutrition in the food supply. They have the cabbage and the kale. They have the salt as the energy force. They have the water. They have all the different bacterias. Then all of a sudden, the body starts working on its own. And then maybe if you feel you need the J juice, then you drink it, because let's say in the middle of your intermediary process, let's say you're not a beginner, but you're not advanced, you're still in the intermediate stage. Maybe you might have eaten a food that kind of blocked you up a little bit, and you don't really feel like digging it out, and you don't really feel like doing an enema, so you drink a bunch of J juice because you know you still have predispositions. Then yeah, you can use J juice as the help as an extra force, versus turning to the medical holistic system where they go and synthetically vasodilate or vasoconstrict whatever systems within your body. So that makes sense why somebody in my group is saying, okay, until she gets her digestive muscle flexed well enough to where she doesn't need J juice all the time while she's eating, where she won't need J juice as a crutch, she may be doing J juice for a while until she starts seeing that her body remembers how to digest food, how to do things on its own, how to release hormones when it needs to, not overproduce, not underproduce. And so everyone's going to find, and this is what I'm going to put this in the book too, everyone's going to find their happy medium. But Jilly Juice is like a trainer for all of your biochemistry. It's like bringing in a trainer, training you on how to work out your muscles voluntarily and involuntarily without turning to somebody in the medical holistic system. Because you can do it. I mean, when I was coughing last night and the other day, I didn't feel the pain while I was coughing. The muscles, to make you cough were getting stronger. And they were getting stronger. Every single cough built up another muscle. And that's the thing. Coughing builds muscles. It builds up your expelling mechanism, so that way you're not turning to cough suppressants because you're too weak to cough things out, or you have to turn to a ventilator to go and suck things out, or to help you breathe. Okay, so Jilly Juice is going to help increase your ability to do things on your own, and that is the whole crux of Jilly Juice, is to be independent. But there are those that are not going to be independent, that are going to turn to the medical holistic industry because they have not built up that muscle within their body, mind, and spirit. And they're only existing because of all the medications they're on. But at some point, there is an ending to all of that. Because the body won't have enough energy to be able to do things just as pump your heart or bring air to your, or blood to your brain. And so anyways, that's it. But understand that energy within the jade juice is what flexes the cellular muscles to where you're not relying on something else to help vasodilate and vasoconstrict and open up channels and close channels. Okay? All right. Bye.